broadcast signal from authentication code Barracuda. Emergency classification. Blast door integrity compromised. Any available Vault personnel are required to respond under emergency protocol PT-21. This signal will delete.
Wowza. Would you look at that? I never thought I'd see one of these in the ground like this. Hey! Man, this day is full of surprises. First this darn vault door lands here, now you've come to collect it. Well, going by the number, I'd say this is from Vault 63. My buddy told me that it's located in the ash heap. I can mark it on your map. If you do make your way down there, stay safe. I heard it's overrun with mole miners. And the ash heap itself is barely breathable without a mask. And one wrong step might charcoal roast your foot. That aside, there's been a crazy storm brewing down that way. Doubt it's related, but I think I'll steer clear myself all the same. You bet. Safe travel, stranger. Oh, sorry, I didn't see you there. I have been distracted since this fell out of the sky. Hey, Dweller. I know it looks tempting. You don't want to burn
Anyone there? I picked up a pretty big surge of activity on our sensors, but it went quiet all of a sudden. Well, obviously, that whole tunnel is infested with the Lost. The question is, what are you doing in there with them? Wait, are you telling me that you managed to wipe out all of the Lost yourself? I have so many questions. How? With what? And actually... No, focus, Hilda. I could use someone with a lethal skill set. Hey, would you be up for a little hike? Perfect. The entrance area you're in now was once a high-speed rail system for transporting supplies to the rest of the vault. But as you can see, it's completely caved in. You'll have to walk to another entrance closer to the vault's atrium. It's just a quick trip over the hills to the south. Look for the entrance to the Shenandoah National Park. If you need a landmark, just keep walking toward that teeny tiny, giant, menacing storm in the sky. You'll find the entrance underneath the manor in the dead center of the park. And storm. Can't miss it! Good luck!
Cool. Hang on. Killing that one made the harvester charge a bit more than it normally does. Maybe killing them extra sparky ones will speed this up. Kill a few more and... Everyone, if you could stay inside the bunker for a few moments while my associates make sure it's safe to exit. Thank you! Cheers, mate. Big effort you made for me there. I won't forget it in a hurry.
Get away! Oh, you aren't one of them. You scared me. I'm Craig from Foundation, and I think I'm the only one left. We saw the nasty weather kicking up down here and thought it'd be worth checking out. See if anyone needed help. Didn't make it far down the road before we got jumped by something. I panicked and ran. You're serious? Did you hear what I just told you? Well, better you than me, I suppose. Actually, if you're going out there anyway, would you mind doing me a favor? As you head down Skyline Drive, could you check if there are any signs of what happened to my friends? A trail, a body, personal effects, anything I could use to find them or report back at Foundation? Who knows, maybe even a survivor. Not asking you to do much, just to drop a flare nearby. I can investigate them once the storm calms down a bit. Thank you so much. Anyway, just take the flares. If you happen upon anything or anyone, just drop one. And if you come back after, I'll make it worth your while. And watch out for those things. They may look like ghouls, but they're not. And they're not friendly. What am I gonna do if those things come back? What am I gonna do if those things come back?
Anyone there yet? Maybe I gave bad directions. Hello? Anybody? Oh, wonderful. I was getting worried. So, here's the situation. You need to get into the vault. I need to get out. This door isn't intended for easy access, so it'll require joint authorization from both sides to open. I'm on this side and authorized. You're on that side and not authorized. But no worries. I've got a plan. All of the Lost were once members of the Vault and should have authorization. You just need to get a hold of a hand and scan it. Easy peasy. That's right. Just a bit of post-mortem amputation and we'll be set. Just scan the hand once you've got it. I'll be on standby. Promise. Time's a ticking. Chop, chop. Ooh. Anyway, I gotta run, but I'll be back. Scan a hand. Bye! good, you're here, and you're not lost, I assume. If you are, say so, because that would be a major breakthrough. Ghoul? Isn't that, I don't know, a bit childish? Sure, I'm a ghoul, and you're not lost. Glad we got that straightened out. I'm a bit too busy for that, but someone inside would be very happy to answer all of your questions. Anyway, I'm Hilda Stoltz. Hi. I'm head of the organic sector, which is exactly where I'm about to run off to. But don't worry, my Uncle Hugo is very eager to meet you. Just down the hall, in the Overseer's office, as he is the Overseer. Oh, and I've disabled the two-step lock, so coming and going should be easier now. Anyway, like I said, Uncle Hugo, down the hall. Toodaloo!
Willkommen. Bitte komm rein. My niece told me to expect you. And do not mind my appearance. I can assure you I mean no harm. Can the same be said of you, though, outsider? Do you intend to harm us? Where are my manners? I did not mean to be so standoffish. You're a most welcome guest here. I cannot be too careful. It has been a long time since we've spoken with anyone from the surface. Ah, fascinating. Is that the faint clicking of a Pip-Boy I hear? How grand. A colleague from another paradise below the ground. Vault 76, I take it? What a pleasant surprise. Wunderbar. Kismet even. We are having fun now, aren't we? Listen, my new friend. Regardless of what pretenses my dear niece may have brought you here with, I believe I can repay you for your effort. No catch. Just opportunity. As you may have ventured to guess on your trip here, our beloved Shenandoah has seen better days. Less stormy days. I'm in the midst of trying to get this under control, but our vault is still in a bit of a state of shock. If you'd be willing to engage in a bit of freelance work, I'm sure I can provide plenty of payment in kind.
I miss how it was before. There was a landslide around the...
Fantastic.
I wonder how that...
I'm pleased to hear it. Perhaps I should introduce myself to assuage any hesitation you have. I am Hugo Stoltz, overseer of Vault 63, yes, but also a principled man of business from the world of yore. Founder and CEO of Stoltz Enterprises, respected member of Vault Tech's board of directors, and overall international man of mystery. Allow me to formally welcome you to Vault 63 as our, let's say, outside consultant. Yes, that'll do perfectly. Oh, please. Hugo is just fine. Now, I'm sure you have many questions. I would expect no less, but I promise your first task will help you answer much. Speak with our Chief of Security, James T. Oberlin, and fetch me his latest situation report. I'd like to have him vet you a bit before we proceed any further. I'm sure he'd be happy to answer questions for you about our current predicament while you're at it. You'll do splendidly, I'm sure.
It's a shame we don't have the workforce to spruce this place up a little. What's up? Don't you be
got a system that it works.
As if things weren't bad.
I miss how it was.
Ah, the one from outside.
Been expecting you. James T. Oberlin, Chief of Security, Vault 63. Formerly United States Army. Ordinarily, an outsider would report directly to the security offices. But as you've seen, Mr. Stoltz isn't fond of ordinary. How exactly did you end up on our doorstep, outsider? And you were able to dispose of them. Interesting. Must mean you have some combat training. That could be helpful. Well, considering I'm entirely lacking any sort of credentials or background on you, perhaps you can fill me in on your history. You do seem fit to fight, at least. But that's not really an answer to my question. I won't fault you for a lie by omission, though. You seem eager and able enough. I've already been made aware that you're a dweller from Vault 76. Mr. Stoltz buzzed me ahead of your arrival and filled me in on the situation. Sorry for the test, but wanted to see how you'd present yourself. I appreciate your attempt to take this seriously, but I won't say I don't have my doubts. Let's see how this plays out, though. Here's my status report for Mr. Stoltz. You're dismissed, unless you have other questions. Fine. It's only fair that you're briefed on our situation. Our facility houses a large-scale weather control device. Some decades ago, an accident rendered it inoperable. However, a recent event has led to its reactivation. With that, we have the storm, along with other unexpected outcomes. One of our top priorities is bringing it back under our control. I'm afraid that's outside your clearance level. Classified. Our former friends, family, neighbors. An accident some decade back led to their creation. Their condition is irreversible. Beyond that, I'll leave it to Mr. Stoltz's discretion on further details. Just know, they will kill you on sight without mercy. Communication is impossible. Do not hesitate to strike first. Fine. We believe they possess the ability to channel electricity from the storm, and we're still not sure how. Perhaps consider rubber gloves next time you want to shake their hands. Again, the rest is classified. That is correct to a degree. Mr. Stoltz had been afflicted during the same accident that created the Lost. However, he retains his sanity and his ability to communicate. Well, retain sanity is perhaps a bit. Actually, I apologize. This isn't water cooler gossip. I believe I've answered your question. Mr. Stoltz can explain the rest. That's fine. Good.
You felt the whole boat shaking a while back.
Feel bad for laughing.
Been a long time since we had a good community gathering around here. place up a little.
Huh? What did you say? Wow.
No one around us is
As if things were
I'm tired of all the red tape and security checks just to get a breath of fresh air.
right.
I miss research and science and discovery and you.
Vault 63 has lasted this long. No reason to think it won't.
Ah, you've returned. I've just been thinking on some things. Yes, that. Don't worry about that now. I have a question for you. Tell me, are we our brains? Are you, the person standing in front of me, simply a brain? Or are we more? Consciousness, perception, encoding and the formation of memories, to take the observable world and sculpt from it a translation of ourselves, of others. And in the eyes of others, how many versions of us exist?
Seeing someone do so much good around here. It's refreshing.
Of course. We've only just met. I apologize. You have the spirit of an old friend about you. I've forgotten there's much new ground to tread between us. I may have failed to mention this before, but I am or was blind. Born that way. After the incident that left me in this state, I became able to truly see the world. Well, perhaps it's more accurate to say, I feel the world. Pulses of electricity, waves bending and refracting, gentle hums of life vibrating shapes into being. This world I see, I share it with the lost. I live as they do, yet I remain myself. Perhaps more myself than I was before. But others were lost to it, and to us. Friends, colleagues, loved ones. When they witness this world, they're minded... Well, I suppose I cannot explain what their mind perceives, just as one could never explain sight to me before. We have been trying to learn why this connection was permanently severed between us. Desperately so. I appreciate your condolences. It has been a very long time since I've spoken to someone who doesn't share this grief with me. All of this is to say we need your help, my friend. There are many problems at our feet, and you are uniquely equipped to help us. Thank you. That truly means the world to me. Let's discuss next steps. There's 2 sets of investigations I'd have you undertake. Your new friend Oberlin can fill you in on one, and I'd be happy to walk you through the other. Take a moment to relax and process. Speak with either of us when you're ready to hear the details. And once again, I cannot contain my excitement in having you on board. Willkommen im Team, mein Freund. Hello. You keeping busy? I could use some help over here. So, shall we begin? There are some tasks that I'm unequipped to handle myself, and I need your assistance. Excellent. As you've hopefully been made aware by now, the source of the weather phenomenon outside is a device that is under our control. Or rather, the lack thereof. Control, that is. In order to solve this error, we'll need to acquire the weather machine's blueprints. They are in the wall safe just over there. If only it were that simple. The safe can only be opened with a key that my beloved wife Cassie has chosen to hide in a very secure location. So secure that only she knows where it is. This is problematic, as she has been unwell and unresponsive for quite some time. That said, she was a diligent note-keeper. I'm certain you could find out where she moved the key to if you were to search through her notes. You should find them all in our room upstairs. It is unlocked, so you should be able to just walk in. With my condition as it is, I'm unable to do this myself, and thus, my new friend, the task falls to you. You will? Oh, wie wunderbar. Best of luck. I could use some help over here.
I'm tired of all the security checks just to get a breath of barely fresh air.
keep an eye on and out. Make it quick. I've been spread thin dealing with surface-side security concerns. My more menial tasks have started to slip through the cracks, however. I can tell you're equipped to handle much worse, but tackling some issues from my backlog would be of great service to me, at least as a start. There are 3 in particular who often bring up issues to me. You can start there. There are 3 residents that have been complaining about a myriad of concerns. Margaret, Lawrence, and Julio. Your best bet is to track them down. They're likely lounging about waiting for someone else to handle the hard work. They should have more than enough to keep you busy for the time being. Report back when it's been handled. In the meantime, I have other matters I need to...
We felt the whole shaking. Security said it was nothing. You should have arrived a few years back. You reckon that's story?
Guess you better let me be.
What the hell are you doing in here? Get your filthy hands off her! What's that? Oh. I understand. I apologize. Truly. I'm just very protective of her, you know? She is my other half, and life is just not complete without her. Of course she has the key herself. I should have known. I don't think it's anyone's business to see my wife whenever they wish. I'm sure you wouldn't like that either if you were in her position. Just exposed for anyone to see like some animal in a zoo? No, not my Cassie. She deserves peace and quiet to recover. Nothing. She's perfect. Always has been. Always will be. The same incident that has put me into my condition. Well, it made her quiet. Tired. She'll be right in no time. All the more reason for you to get a move on with those weather machine blueprints. No? Apologies for the confusion. I often forget just how unusual my situation has become. I was born blind, and lived that way even after becoming a ghoul, as you put it. However, as I've mentioned, an accident at this facility altered me, not unlike the lost that wander the surface. I see the world in pulses, wavelengths, a universe of violent synaptic connections, carving out and outlining every object and person. Navigation is trivial for me now. I was able to spot you in these sacred grounds even from my office. To the lost, I imagine this vision is a curse, a terrifying cataractous cloud that distorts their world. To me, it is a new life. Needless to say, I don't find myself bumping into things while getting around the vault anymore. Is that what I've said? Now isn't the time to discuss that. Yes. Very well. If you would excuse me, I would like a moment with my wife. Come find me when you have the blueprints.
Seeing someone do so much good around here. It's refreshing.
You should have arrived.
The old vault sure was something. You know.
A long time since we had a good community gathering around here. I miss research and science and discoveries and news.
Seeing someone do so much good. It's refreshing.
These jumpsuits don't leave much room for expression. There was a landslide. I miss research and science. The new animals up there. Eh?
I believe you have something for me.
The new animals.
Did I ask you to snoop around? Forget the petty gossip and focus on the task at hand. Am I making myself clear to you? Now, the blueprints. Well, they're no good to me. I can't read them. Go deliver them to my daughter Audrey. She's the one who's leading the effort to repair the weather machine. Oh, and before I forget, our conversation earlier, in Cassie's room. Water under the bridge, yes? I do hope we can keep that just between us. I'd hate... Oh, the best. She's the most beautiful person. She keeps me balanced. We were never apart, and we collected the most wonderful memories together. Excuse me. This makes me rather emotional. Oh, and before you go off to Audrey, I would like you to indulge me in another thought exercise I've been meditating on. If you were to repair a ship by replacing it plank by plank, piece by piece, so much so that no single piece of wood from the original vessel remained, would you have a new ship? Or would it still be the original, only improved? Right you are, my friend. Both in the origins of the question and its complexity. Let's say for this example that we can agree that eventually it is a new ship. Because I think the more interesting question is, at what point does it become so? After half of the planks? After the final part is replaced? Perhaps the rudder? Or mast? If we were to change piece by piece, at what point do we become something entirely new? Up. One moment. Let's perhaps hold on an answer. I'd rather that linger with you a bit. And you have important business to attend to. Now, off with you to see Audrey. She's buried in her books in the meteorology sector. I hope you have some good hiking boots. It's quite the trek. Safe travels.